Aloha and welcome back to the deep dive. You know we love diving into the nitty-gritty of how to win as an entrepreneur here in Hawaii, and today we're tackling a topic that could be a total game changer.
Absolutely. It's all about LLCs, but not just like what they are, in the textbook kind of way.
Right. We want to know why an LLC matters so much, especially here in Hawaii.
Yeah, exactly. Like how it fits into the bigger picture of Hawaii's unique business scene. What's in it for you? That's what we're getting into today.
And the best part is we're going to break down how to get an LLC set up absolutely free.
That's right, free.
Okay, so I know a lot of our listeners are already familiar with LLCs, but just in case, let's do a quick recap. What is an LLC and why is it so important for business owners, especially in Hawaii?
Okay, so LLC stands for Limited Liability Company. And basically, it's like a shield, right? It protects your personal stuff, your house, car, savings from anything that might happen with your business.
Oh, so like if things go south with your business?
Exactly. You're safe, personally. Imagine you're building your dream business here in Hawaii, maybe a food truck or a tech startup, and something goes wrong. With an LLC, your personal assets are protected.
I can see why that peace of mind would be huge, especially if you're, putting everything you've got into making your dream a reality.
Exactly. Lets you take those risks, be bold, innovate.
I bet a lot of people don't realize that peace of mind is a big part of it. It's not just about legal stuff. It's about feeling secure enough to really go for it.
Right. Because when you're all stressed about what could happen, it's hard to be creative and think big, right?
Totally. But it's not just about protection, though,
Yeah.
right? Doesn't an LLC also help you build credibility?
Oh, absolutely. Think about it. You walk into a bank for a loan. Are you just John Smith or are you John Smith, CEO of Island Innovation LLC?
Yeah, that definitely sounds more official.
Way more impressive, right? An LLC elevates your whole image. You're not just playing around. Investors, partners, customers, everyone takes you more seriously.
So it's like it legitimizes you in a way.
Still, it gives you that edge.
Now let's talk taxes, because everybody loves a good tax break, right? What are some of the tax advantages of having an LLC here in Hawaii?
Well, the big one is something called pass-through taxation. Basically, with an LLC, your business income only gets taxed once when you do your personal taxes. No double taxation like you'd have with a corporation.
That's a big one. Nobody wants to pay more taxes than they have to.
Right. Plus, Hawaii's got some really sweet tax credits for specific industries, like if you're into renewable energy, film production, those kind of things.
Wow. So if you're in one of those fields, an LLC could really make a difference come tax season.
No doubt.
Okay, so now let's get to the good stuff. The free LLC. You mentioned a service earlier called
Inc. Authority.
Inc. Authority, right?
Yeah.
So tell me, how does that work? They actually set up an LLC for free.
They do. They really do. And they handle everything. All the paperwork, the filings.
So like even those weird publication requirements Hawaii has.
Especially those. The ones where you got to announce your LLC formation in local newspapers. It's a whole thing. But Inc. Authority takes care of it. No hassle for you.
Wow, that's pretty incredible.
It is.
But, okay, I got to ask, is there a catch? Hidden fees, something we should be aware of.
That's a smart question. Always got to be careful, right? So the LLC formation itself, that's free through Inc. Authority. No question.
Okay.
But there might be some small state filing fees. Got to keep the government happy.
Ah, I see.
But compared to hiring a lawyer to do all this, it's nothing. And remember, the real value of Inc. Authority isn't just that it's free. It's their expertise. They know the law. They make sure everything's done right.
So you're not going to run into problems later on because of some technicality.
Exactly. They're like your guides through the legal jungle. Helps you avoid those common pitfalls.
Like what kind of pitfalls are we talking?
Well, a big one is not clearly defining your business purpose in your LLC documents. Sounds simple, but it's crucial for things like securing funding, protecting your intellectual property, that kind of thing.
Right. Those are the things that can really trip you up down the line.
Yep. Best to get it right from the start.
Definitely. Now, before we move on, I want to address something some listeners might be thinking. Isn't LLC always the best option? Like, what about sole proprietorships? How do they compare?
Great question. So, sole proprietorship, it's simpler to set up, right? But you're personally liable for all the business debts.
So if someone slips and falls in your store, you're personally on the hook.
Exactly. And that can be risky, right?
Yeah, that's a big difference.
Huge. An LLC gives you that separation, so you can focus on growing your business without that worry hanging over your head.
So it's a trade-off, right? Peace of mind versus ease of setup.
Pretty much. You got to weigh your priorities.
Now, what about those who are thinking bigger? Maybe they want to expand beyond Hawaii someday. Can a Hawaii LLC work in other states?
Another great question. Okay, so your Hawaii LLC is good here in Hawaii, no problem. But if you want to do business in another state, you got to register as a foreign LLC in that state. Kind of like a driver's license, right?
Ah, so it's valid where you got it, but you got to register it if you move.
Exactly.
Makes sense. Okay, so before we wrap up, are there any other crucial things entrepreneurs should keep in mind about LLCs?
Yeah, definitely. Forming the LLC, that's just the first step. To really benefit, you got to run it right. Keep your personal and business finances separate, keep good records, and never hurts to have a good lawyer or tax advisor on speed dial just in case.
Couldn't agree more. A good accountant is worth their weight in gold, I always say. So to recap, forming an LLC in Hawaii, it gives you that personal liability protection, the credibility boost, and unlocks those potential tax benefits. And thanks to Inc. Authority, you can get started without spending a dime.
Exactly. It's a huge opportunity for Hawaii's entrepreneurs. It's like building your dream on a solid foundation. And here's something to think about as you're building that dream. What unique opportunities does Hawaii offer that are especially well suited for an LLC structure? I mean, with all those advantages we talked about, what kind of amazing things could you create?
That's a great question to leave our listeners with, something to ponder.
Something to get those entrepreneurial wheels turning.
Mahalo for joining us today on The Deep Dive. Until next time, keep diving deep and keep reaching for those dreams.
Aloha.